Now I'm going to need a trigger to trigger these velocity and thrust changes. And so I'm going to go to my triggers and I'm going to drag a mouse left. That's a mouse left button. And here, when does this action occur? Anytime that the left mouse button is being pressed. Which modifier key will be used? No modifier key. And because Director knows that I have a fly-through behavior already attached to this sprite, here under Select a Group and its Action, I have a drop-down menu with all the actions that I can manipulate. With this event, let's go ahead and do forward thrust for the left mouse button. Let's also add a mouse right trigger. And likewise, for my mouse left, here I have a select group and its action. So I have a range of actions that I can control with this trigger or event. Let's do reverse thrust for the mouse right. And let's do one more, the mouse leave. And for this one, let's stop the flying. Stop everything when my mouse leaves. So let's go ahead and now clear the stage, open this up, rewind and play. And now you'll notice that when I click on my left mouse button, it zooms in. I'm now clicking on my right mouse button, it zooms out. When I leave and roll my mouse off of the object, it stops. So left mouse button, zooming in. I'm pressing the right mouse button now, I'm zooming out, and I'm rolling off of it and it's staying. Notice it also moves when I move my cursor around the object. Let me go ahead and, I don't like that mouse cursor there. So let's click on that and change that back to a finger. That indicates that it's interactive, much better interface there. So let's play this again and notice that left mouse button zooming in, right mouse button zooming out, roll off, it stops. Can also move the 3D. It's actually a 3D world in there. This is where the grid or the axes I think are helpful to see the axes of the world there. That's that behavior that I added right here, show axes. This is one of my very favorite director behaviors. Very spinning around, and now I can lock it in place right there. So there you have the fly through 3D behavior, the show axes, model rollover cursor, and then I also showed you the automatic model rotation. And that will conclude this section of the tutorial, introducing you to working with 3D objects in Director. Let me now move on to the next section of this tutorial, movies in a window. Director can play several movies simultaneously by creating windows in which additional movies play. So let me review this technique in the next section of movies.